this, it is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
Thing, that is bizarre. Also, it's not really giving it's going to give me a letter, but I'm like, what is it going to say?
We've had to deal with a tornado.
3, by the way, in this area.
We've had to deal with Hurricane Laura going through. You've had to deal with the crazy mask protocols, even having to put a mask on your instrument. Following a Freedom of Information Act request from Region 8 News on driver's license policies, the Arkansas State Police announced Thursday it had fired...
Wait, hold on. Don't... You're going to say... If you're gonna
3 examiners in launching a criminal investigation into testing irregularities. ASP said in the news release the dismissed civilian employees had been assigned to the Highway Patrol Division driver's license testing office in Jonesboro. The former employees were not commissioned state police.
Wait, what?
They were not state troopers.
Then why are they at the Arkansas State Police Department?
Why were they wearing uniforms?
Like, why?
Somebody gave their buddies jobs and called them state troopers, while the real troopers were on quarantine? The facts which formed the basis for terminating the employees are now part of an ongoing investigation being led by the department's Criminal Investigation Division, the news release added. ASP said it was working with the Arkansas Department of Finance and Administration to identify test applicants issued permits between May 4th and August 17th. Those who received permits from the Jonesboro State Police Department during this period of time should expect to receive a letter in the mail from the DFA's Office of Drivers Services in the coming week. Those with questions about the driver's license test permits issued at Jonesboro Highway Patrol Troop C should call. We will continue to track this story and update it and more details as they become available.
Okay, so my question is, that doesn't really give me a...
Now it says permits, not license, but
that
was a permit that was stamped.
The permit, though, if you pass it, you pass it, and if you fail it, you fail it. No matter who the person is at the desk, the test
True.
is the test.
And I
the
totally...
test is on the computer.
Right. Exactly. I know that.
So, if you have a test on the computer and the computer says you passed it,
it doesn't
and
matter
you check the records
if a chef is sitting out there,
then the computer says you passed it, you passed it.
Right.
So I shouldn't have to retake that. Now, COVID policies that they're still looking into for that, that I don't know about, but they haven't even said anything about that.
Right.
That's on them to figure out.
But it is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
Thing, that is bizarre. Also, it's not really giving it's going to give me a letter, but I'm like, what is it going to say?
Is it going to say you have a fake ID?
Yeah, I have a ID license, and they're going to tell me all of a sudden it's not valid.
Yeah. Maybe.
Even though it's printed out.
I don't know.
It's not like I have a car anyway. I test the stupid pass. I passed the stupid test twice. I'm 17 years old.
Maybe this year is just a dream. Maybe you should pinch me to see if I can wake up. This is just a nightmare. Ow! No, I'm not dreaming. This is 2020 and it's like this. If you can't even go into like a government facility and you would expect that those are government officials and trust what they have to tell you, then how can you trust anything?
Yeah, and yet we're supposed to trust what the news tells us to do.
And mandates and everything else.
Yet I walk into an Arkansas State Police Department, and the Arkansas State Police Department building doesn't even have real police officers in it. I don't see how you can walk into a state police department and the police aren't even actually police. How does that even happen? Like, this is not just some podunk little hillbilly town in the middle of nowhere. It's not like
80,000 people.
Yeah, that's a decent amount of people. That's a decent sized town. With Arkansas State police department and they weren't state troopers? Like, how does nobody like know that? Like, all these actual state troopers are off duty, and the people that are on the schedule are people that aren't even. How does that happen? How does everyone? I don't understand.
I mean, were they like, we're in a pandemic, we'll let all the real troopers be on quarantine, and like we'll hire rent-a-cops and let them risk their lives, and they'll sit up there while the real troopers sit at home safe?
I don't know, but if they tell me I have to take that stupid permit test again, I ain't gonna be happy. I don't understand how.
Like, seriously, it's like, it's almost like the pandemic started and they put somebody in that position.
But that's
that
like
wasn't,
super illegal.
Like, the boss of that position is like, I ain't putting my people in there, risking their life.
and hire some people.
Well, he's the guy that should be fired, the guy that made the call.
Yeah, and said, I'm going to put these people in there.
And nobody will ever know. Your sins will find you out.
16 paranoia-filled days later.
Today is the day. We're going to get this thing fixed.
I get to take the test though, wasn't it? But now it is.
The test that wasn't. And when she went to take the test, they said, oh, you don't got to take that. Coronavirus. And then now there's a letter that says, at no fault of your own, you didn't take the test. Now you got to go take it. Here goes nothing. There it goes.
Flashback. End of flashback.
Well, she passed her skills test, so now her license is not going to get invalid by the end of the month. She can go to work, she can go to school, go to church, wherever she needs to, because her license is good. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, God bless.